Yeah, we stopped here about 10 minutes up the trail and got our first look backwards, some of the surrounding scenery, and quite a bit of small undergrowth here on the trail to weed your way through, but it's still a pretty good trail. I guess that gives you a little idea of where the stopping point is. You gotta look around at 360 or you'll miss some of the views though. Anyway, it's July 13th and beautiful morning. It's just a little after 9, about 9, well, it's about 10:15 here, so we had perfect weather for this hike today. It'll probably be a 6 or 7 hour hike round trip. See if I can get in a little closer on the upper slopes here, yeah. Anyway, we'll plot ahead here and show you the next scene when it comes about. Well, we broke out into our first clearing here. Just thought I'd take a quick gander around here with the camera, give you a rough idea of what that's like. This is about 20 minutes into the hike. Nice little openings between some of the patches of trees here. And we did notice a sign on the way up that said there was bear in the area, and somebody had their camp rustled through while camping up here at Lake Ann. So you got to bring your bear repellent with you, just in case. Mine usually would be a .44 Magnum pistol, but I didn't bring it today. Talk to you guys later. Take another shot here. Hopefully the camera will cooperate on the focus and the exposure. We just came across the local wildlife on the trail and tried to get directions, but not sure if the trail's going to fork or not. But anyway, beautiful little opening with a nice little pasture down below, and great spot for a couple of photos or whatever. Except I'm not going to take any because it's into the sun this direction at this time of morning. But anyway, I came across another waterfall here. Just thought I'd take a quick shot of it, maybe a picture or two. First waterfall so far. Got to put it in the movie. Okay, we just broke out in another clearing, and I'm starting here at the top of the opposite ridge, which is where the loop trail should loop around on top of later in the day. But anyway, it was a pretty nice break in the scenery here, so I thought I'd take another quick panoramic shot. We still have 4 Homo sapien females coming up from behind, so we got to get a move on. More later. And we're another couple minutes up on the trail, and good spot to gander back down on Lake Ann. It's not a real big lake, really. It's more like a pond, but I don't know if it's a pond that feeds into the lake and the lake's down in the woods, or if it's the actual lake. But just had a hummingbird sighting, so that was unique. And time to go on up. I stand corrected. That prior pond was just that, a lower pond on the creek before it heads down into the woods. This is the actual Lake Ann, apparently, in the bowl. And great view from here. We finally broke out into almost totally above the tree line now. So a lot more scenic views from here. And looking forward to doing the whole loop and around. Probably won't be looking forward to going down the other side. Apparently we are definitely coming up the easy half of the trail on the way up, so sounds like we're going to be going down the hard side later on today. Yeah, we got up here quite a ways now, and it's a few switchbacks and gaining altitude. And we're looking back to where we were the day before on July 12th at the spires. What were they called? The winters?
Early winter spires.
Winter spires, I guess. 3 of them anyway. won't be long. I think we'll go up here to a saddle up to the west of us. We're looking east now. We're kind of panning to the south, and coming around. We'll be coming around here pretty soon to the west, I think. I'm gonna have to check the topographics. Could be 90 degrees off on all of these, but anyway, we'll get up here a little higher and take a little more footage. There's a little side trail after you get above the switchbacks, right above where I took the last footage, and that side trail comes up into a little meadow area here, and kind of looks down over the other side at a awesome bowl, the next bowl over. Since I'm not 100% sure where the trail will end up taking us, I'm going to take a little footage of this bowl just so we don't miss it all, and then I'll double back to the main trail. Okay, got out to the point off this little side trail, and just taking a gander at the surroundings. I'm gonna mosey up to the right of me here and just take a peek from this position in a minute or so here. I think this could be Heather Pass is the name of this general area. I see one hiker heading down through the trees here. I'm not too sure if I can get him in the shot, but he's heading downhill towards a small lake there, and not sure if that's the main route or not, or if that's a side trail. I guess we're gonna have to pull our map out and check out what's going on here. But anyway, nice area for viewing. Have to take a couple photos of this, I guess. The main Highway 20 goes up through this lower valley here, and Pacific Crest Trail heads up through a secondary valley north towards Canada, right up through here, which you can't see very well because the trees are kind of blocking it, and we'll probably head over there tomorrow. So that gives you a general idea of what it looks like from this saddle anyway. And we'll move on to the next viewpoint after taking a couple photos. Okay, another picture of Lake Ann and the lower pond that we thought was Lake Ann earlier, but it was just a lower one. Looks like there's even a farther one down there. Great scenery up here, alright. One of the rangers said this is supposed to be the most scenic part of North Cascades. I'm gonna wait and hold my vote on that one, but it's definitely spectacular, and it's really not that bad of a hike coming up the side we came up, which was basically right along this ridge, or right along this face. So we'll go up here a little bit more and get some more sunburn. And yeah, time to do another 360, or well, 270 anyway. Pretty awesome scenery from up here. Seeing more hummingbirds, more flowers. Taking a little break here. I'm breathing pretty heavy. Getting several places here where the trail's covered with snow, but it's still pretty easy to walk on. Yeah, just had lunch. Now we're gonna loop around. Right now we're on the back side. Getting some footage of the view to the south and southwest. Pretty spectacular valleys. Ranges. Not sure what this mountain is. We'll have to look it up and maybe I can put a get the camera to focus on it. Might be able to put a title on it here later. Yeah, we're not quite at the high point, but we're at a good place for a 360 view. So I just thought I'd do a quick run around here. Probably get a better shot even higher up on the next ridge here. We're not exactly sure if we're going to go up that way or if we go around the back here for a ways. Past a group of about 3 or 4 families with about 14 kids, or they passed us. You can kind of hear them in the distance, but I'm not sure which way they went. The name of this little half dome here. Find out what that is on our map when we get back. There's another 360 from another vantage point. And that Lake Ann is just down off this snow face here. And you can probably see with a little luck. I can't see it, the snow is blowing away, but you can see the trail we came up on the opposite face there. A little bit of footage showing the route we just took to get up here. I'm on a slight overhang where you can look down and see Lake Ann from the south side. You might be able to see the trail in this footage with a little luck. It's kind of hard for me to see it in the viewfinder, but hopefully I'm pointing the camera in the right direction. I think that was the saddle there at the first pass. and the main trail. Kind of see the switchbacks there in the green hillside. And there's Lake Ann, best as I can tell. I'm not too sure if I'm talking loud enough for this camera to pick me up, but pretty good shot of where the trail comes up the face there on the kind of the northwest face. And you can even see down to Highway 20, it looks like now. So gotta get back over on the main trail here and go another stair step higher. Yeah, that's pretty much south towards snow caps, and then this is that half dome we saw from below, and there's an even higher ridge above that, and some more mountains. Another bowl, small little lake in the bottom down there. Looks like this is going to be the high point of the trail. You see some switchbacks going down here. So guess that's the way we're heading. Looks like that crew of that family is someplace down there. Right in that area. Looks like the family's just going around the corner out of sight. We're kind of on the back side now, and just found this hillside just covered with yellow flowers. Don't know if you can see it in this or not, but with a little luck maybe it'll show up. How come we haven't found any mountain goats? I can't quite figure it, but we haven't. The only thing I've found is Homo sapien wildlife. Plenty of Homo sapien wildlife up here. I probably should have took some footage of that waterfall, but I guess I can splice in the, or maybe I already did splice in the waterfall, which we just passed. And it feeds this lake here that's kind of hiding down in the trees. I'll have to get a fix on the name of this lake. And we just stopped for another break on a little outlook point here. Better angle on this waterfalls that we saw earlier.